What's up, everybody? We are live. We have a banging card this Saturday, which is tomorrow. We got Jeff Neal versus Wonder Boy. Joining me is my co-host, as always, Kelton. What's up, dude?
What's up, man? I mean, we've been texting each other pretty much all day saying how pumped we are for this show. It's the last card of the year. Compared to the eight fight cards, the 10 fight cards. I mean, we started with 15. We're still down to 12. 12's a pretty good slate. So I'm excited betting wise, DraftKings wise. Like, I'm just ready to jump into it all, man.
Yeah, I apologize to everyone that we're going so late, but I'm a little under the weather, so we had to do it today, and here we go, man. So before we talk about this really good card tomorrow, which is the last card of the year, we got to talk about last card. Let's start off with the main event. The main event we had Davison versus Moreno. I mean, what a fight, dude. That was, one of the best fights we've ever seen, if not the best fight of all time. I think it was really close, but I do think that Davison won. But, I mean, you can't really say it was a robbery or anything. Like, the draw definitely probably deserves a draw. Betting-wise, we'll talk about your night after me. Good night, bro. I mean, I'm on a three-card winning streak. I was in a funk for a little bit, and I turned around. I had I think, what, plus 10.57 on the night. Let me just double check my bet and made real quick so people's like, you're wrong. Plus 10.77. So, yeah, cash all three of my bets, all underdog bets. And, yeah, man, we'll talk about those bets shortly. Next fight, one of those bets, the Bronx versus Tony Ferguson. Yeah, man, I'm really happy with that bet, dude. I mean, he went out there and dominated him. I thought he looked really good. And I said before the gate or after the Gagey fight, I thought Ferguson was done. And you can tell he's done 100%. Not only after the fight, but the guy saying Charles was mentally broken. What? Dude, that was the best Charles we've ever seen. And I mean, Charles just dominated the fight. Like, that was even like, it's not like Tony didn't even do anything. He had one sub attempt. That's it. That was a 30-26, in my opinion. So congrats to Charles. And, I'm excited to see who he gets next. Um, McKenzie versus Verna, close fight, but yeah, I do think Durden won the fight for sure. Even though she Verna had her in a little bit of trouble in that fight, bro. But Durden got the job done. Next fight, a fight that we're both really happy to talk about. Our boy Kevin Holland went out there and smoked Jacare. That's my second dog bet of the night that I had. Dude, that was awesome, bro. And I don't care what anyone says. This guy's a contender, bro. Like, he's probably gonna fight Brunson next, and rip Brunson, bro. Brunson's gonna get smoked. So I got Kevin Holland. Um, Cyril Gahn versus JDS. I mean, what do you want to say about that fight, dude? Gahn is, he's a good fighter, but I mean, it's just JDS is done. Next, Cub Swanson versus Pineda. That fight definitely, um, I'm surprised. I mean, we both had Pineda there. I picked Pineda. He looked pretty decent early. Cub Swanson just proved he's the better fighter. I do think he's a fade, though, going forward. Fiziev versus Moicano. Oh, this is one that I do want to talk about a little bit. Um, I see a lot of people saying that Moicano's not chinny and all this stuff. Dude, this guy's chinny. He's been knocked out 3 times. I mean, yeah, it was a really heavy shot, but come on, dude. The guy got knocked out in like 3 of his last 4 fights. I mean, all of his last 3 losses by KO. You have to say this guy's chinny, 100%. Um, he looked decent early, though. I mean, you could tell like he was popping that jab out and stuff. But come on, dude. Fiziev's a good fighter, bro, and he's smart. He's calling out Iaquinta. He's doing the right things. I wish we can get like he can fight Alex Hernandez because I mean that would be easy money if he did. But yeah, congrats. Next fight, my last winning bet of the night: Gavin Tucker versus Billy Q. Tucker dominated him, bro. That was another 30-26 fight. Gavin Tucker, I had my doubts on him after the Glenn fight, but this kid's good. He actually is, bro. And I know he's a little older, but he has a good game, dude. Like, he has good grappling. He has striking. Like, I like the kid. I actually think that he could, win some fights, man. Like, that are some big fights. I'm really curious to see who they match him up with next, but I like Gavin Tucker. Like, who should they give him next? I'm trying to think. Like, Jeremy Stevens? Or is that too big of a. That's a good fight. I got him over Jeremy Stevens. Tisha Torres versus Sam Hughes. What do you want to say about that fight, bro? I don't really want to say much about it. Congrats to Tisha. Hooper versus Barrett. So I saw Hooper on Twitter talking about how he looked decent on the feet. What are you talking about, bro? Hooper sucks, bro. Hooper's gonna get faded. I cannot wait. I hope they match him up with like Spike next or something, but he's a huge fade. Congrats to get that job done. But Bear was winning that fight. So, all right, man, you do your recap.
Yeah, man. The main event was sick fight, but I just can't believe the scores. Firstly, I'm not so sure if that point should have even been taken, and if it wasn't taken, it would have been a unanimous decision for Davison. Not only that, I don't know how some of those rounds were scored for Moreno, especially round 5. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, what fight were they watching? I don't know, but at least Davison gets to keep his belt, even though it's not a win on his record. Charles Oliveira, man, I'm pissed about passing on this one. Like, I really wanted to bet Charles. I was just so worried that Tony was gonna bring the quit back out in him, and who knows? Maybe if Tony didn't get his arm basically almost snapped in that first round, that could have happened. But that's not what happened. Bronx did the damn thing, showed up, dominated for all 3 rounds. So I mean, at underdog odds, what a fantastic bet.
Okay, sounds good.
Mackenzie Durden and Verna, like. I wanted to see more grappling in this fight. It's kind of shitty that it turned into a low-level striking match, but hey, that's what it turned into. And Mackenzie Durden looked like the better striker out there. So, yeah, props to her. I mean, you even said on the breakdown, we disagreed. I said Verna was the better striker, and you said Mackenzie was the better striker. And you were right, man. Mackenzie looked like the better striker. I just thought she had more power, and actually, like, her power didn't even come through in this fight. She wasn't able to like hurt Verna at all. I thought she was gonna crack Verna at some point in this fight, but no, man. Like, I thought that was the best her striking ever looked. Like, she looked like a good old point striker out there. So yeah, good win over her. Kevin Holland over Jacare. This was such a nice one to cash, man. And I said first round knockout, but I sure as hell didn't think that knockout would come from bottom. I mean, one of the craziest knockouts we've ever seen. Like, Kevin Holland channeled in his inner Nico Price there to pull off that. I mean, that was such a sick knockout, dude. And yeah, I mean, we kind of knew Jacare 41, like, has gotten hurt in a few fights at this point now. Kevin Holland is a young stud in his prime, like, hits hard as shit, very dangerous. And we knew even if it hit the mat, like, Kevin Holland's a black belt, bro. Like, he's going to give Jacare problems down there, and that's exactly what happened. He was beating Jacare's ass from the bottom, dude, like hitting him hard right away, and was able to, escape and hit him with the good one and put him away. So yeah, that was a sweet cash. Cyril Gahn, this was another one. I had him parlayed with Spivak, but unfortunately his opponent pulled due COVID, so I ended up putting another unit on Cyril Gahn. I made him a 5-unit max bet. He came through for me. Yeah, JDS, it's like, I don't know. This is a trend, man. They keep giving him these prospects who are most likely going to knock him out, and it just keeps happening every single time, like clockwork. I mean, we're even talking about Curtis Blades. Like, Curtis Blades is a wrestler, and he came out and knocked JDS out. Like, what do you think this dude, Cyril Gahn, who's like, I mean, Cyril Gahn's, let's be honest, he's one of the best strikers in the division. I have no issue saying that at all. He just flows so well with his movement. He's very intelligent. You can tell he has, like, a lot of Muay Thai experience. And if you want to talk about a possible hole in the ground game, I mean, sure, it was against jobbers, but the way he locked in those subs, like, I don't know, man. I like Gahn, like, everywhere the fight goes. I think this dude's like a threat to the title, honestly. Next fight, I lost a unit here. I had 1 unit on Pineda to win by sub at plus 250. I mean, I saw a guy with 20-plus sub wins versus a guy with 7 or 8 sub losses, and I took the shot at plus 250. It didn't come to fruition. Cub looked like the best Cub we've ever seen, but the best Cub we've seen in a long time. Like, way better than the Crone Gracie Cub. Like, we said it last week, man. Like, Crone Gracie landed, 80, 90 strikes on Cub Swanson? And, like, on the flip side, Daniel Pineda was coming off a sick win over Herbert Burns, where he was a big underdog, and he beat Herbert Burns' ass, smoked him. So that was a surprising one to me. Glad I didn't have more than a unit on it. Fazeev and Moicano, like, yeah, I agree with you, bro. Like, obviously, Moicano was chinny. If Moicano wasn't chinny before the 3 knockout losses, he sure as hell is chinny now, man. I mean, anytime this guy fights a power striker in the near future, it's like, you got to be cautious, man. But on the flip side, I still think it's definitely going to take a certain level guy to, come out there and deliver. Like, yeah, it was Chan Sung Jung, fucking Rafael Fiziev, and Jose Aldo who knocked out Moicano. I mean, there's not much shame in that, if we're being honest. So let's give Moicano a step down. Let's give him somebody who can stuff. So it's not like another Damir Hadjovic fight, but let's see. Let's see if Moicano can take a shot from somebody, who doesn't hit like a fucking Mack truck like Fiziev. So because you were saying it, man. Moicano looked good. Like that jab is lightning quick. Like Moicano's such a good fighter. It's a shame that he can't really take a shot, but it is what it is. Gavin Tucker, I'll give you huge props on that one. I didn't see it coming. I thought Billy was going to come on late after Gavin slowed down, but let's be honest, Billy slowed down and Gavin got better as the fight went on. Gavin is just he's super solid, man. Like it's kind of weird that after these most recent performances, it's just kind of weird to even think that Rick Glenn fight even happened. Like, if they matched Gavin Tucker and Rick Glenn up again, Gavin Tucker would probably do the same thing Rick Glenn did to Gavin Tucker. Like, let's be honest. It's pretty impressive the way Gavin has bounced back, because like in the past, we've seen people take like life-changing beatings like that and they didn't come back the same, but Gavin Tucker came back even better. He dominated a guy in Billy Q who was looking very good up to this point. So, yeah, I think Gavin Tucker is probably a tough fight for anybody, because he's really well-rounded too. He's just solid, man. Yeah, he got hurt by Janes 2 fights ago, but let's be honest, Ryan Janes is kind of a motherfucker in those first 3 minutes. But hey, when those first 3 minutes were over, it was all Gavin Tucker. So I don't know if we can take too much from that fight. It is what it is. I mean, anybody can land a shot on any given night. So next fight, Tisha Torres, Sam Hughes. I mean, yeah, it looked like the mismatch that it was on paper. So it sucks for all those people who bet the over 2.5 rounds or over 1.5 rounds at those ridiculous odds, and Tisha ends up getting a fucking doctor stoppage mid-round. So that was weird. But yeah, I mean, what did you expect? Tisha Torres, longtime top 10 staple, versus this brand new 5-0 or 5-1 chick who lost to Vanessa Demopoulos. It's like, yeah, we knew that would happen. Chase Hooper, Peter Barrett. Yeah, I'm fucking lucky as shit for that bet. Peter Barrett was beating his ass, bro. Let's be honest. It was looking like it was the Caceres fight 2.0. Chase Hooper looked garbage on the feet. You know what? I'm going to be honest. Like, it's not that he looks garbage on the feet. Like, he throws some good strikes sometimes, and he actually landed a lot. He actually landed a lot on Caceres, and he actually landed a lot here on Peter Barrett too. It's just that the dude's harmless. He's like a wet pool noodle on the feet. Like, he's probably the softest hitter in the UFC. Like, let's be honest. So like anything he even does land, it does nothing. So like every second on the feet, I'm just like, shoot, do something, roll. Like, come on. And then, 2 minutes left, he does it, and fucking, yeah, couldn't believe it. I was lucky to catch that one. So, sometimes we get lucky, sometimes we get unlucky. So you just gotta take it as it is. So moving on to this next one.
Yes, sir, man. Let's say what's up with the chat real quick. What's up, Mike D? Yeah, man, we can do a little more DraftKings info for sure. Jimmy the Drunk, what up? Christian Rodriguez, what's up? Nice cash on Cub. Bobby Swagga, what up? Big Show Picks, what's up, man? Touch, yes, it's Sonic. It's funny you can see that in there. And then Gas, what up? But yeah, all right, man. So without further ado, let's talk about the first fight of the night. So first fight of the night, man, we have a little, different fight as of yesterday. We got Christos Giagos versus Carlton Muniz, and this is an interesting fight. Definitely a lot different than the Rick Glenn fight. It's a weird matchup, dude. So because Giagos is a SoCal guy, obviously, I like my SoCal guys. Muniz is from Alaska FC. We watched his fight against Semlisberger. Even the fight before Semlisberger, he's getting taken down against bums. And, I think that his striking is not bad. I think he has a good right hand. He's technical. The first round, he was kind of jabbing up Semlisberger. But then, after, I think the first round was close. I actually gave it to Semlisberger. But early on, Muniz was looking decent. But then Sandwich is pressured forward and just was dominated the fight. He took him down whenever he wanted to. I do like Muniz' movement. I think that his striking's not bad. I think he's pretty technical. But Christian Giagos just has a big advantage in this fight, bro. And that's from the grappling. The only problem with him is that he has a bad gas tank. We've seen it in the past. He gassed against Hirota, even though he got the win, but he was huffing and puffing. He gassed bad against Jakar Close, but I mean, Close is a way better fighter than Muniz. Hirota, not the best fighter. I mean, it really isn't. I mean, Muniz is a better fighter than Hirota, I'll tell you that. But on this matchup, and the fact that it's on 2 days' notice, I do think that, man, I wouldn't be playing him at Juicier, man. I mean, he gasses every fight, and yeah, he's in great shape. He hasn't fought in a while, but I just would not be playing the chalk on Christian, on Giagos. But I think he's a better fighter. I think his striking is not bad. He has good weight kicks. I think he has a good right hand, a good jab. But I think he needs to get this fight down on the mat. And I think he can. I think he can go out there and take down, Muniz whenever he wants. I'll say that he gets him out of there. I think that he can, possibly get a submission or maybe get, a ground pound. But if this fight gets hairy and he can't get him down and he's huffing and puffing, Muniz could jab him up because I think Muniz is more technical than him on the feet. So I'll go with Giagos with a finish. I think he takes him down and gets him out of there. What do you got?
Yeah, man, this is it's interesting because I wasn't really expecting. I mean, we're talking about it's a 2-day notice, and that's definitely not good on the side for Giagos. But not only that, long layoff for Giagos. We haven't seen him in a while too. So I mean, that could be a factor too. But like, man, when you break it down, look at both guys' careers, what each guy has accomplished, each guy's skill set. Christos Giagos is a big favorite here for a reason, bro. Like Carlton minus, you mentioned it, like his takedown defense isn't the greatest. He got taken down multiple times actually by Seamelsberger, who has shown to mostly be a brawler. He's got taken down on the Alaska FC scene. So he's only had 2 fights outside of Alaska. One of them was his last fight against Seamelsberger, of course, lost, and the other one was actually in the PFL against Rick Story. Again, got taken down, got submitted there. So it's kind of been the weakness in Carlton Minus's game. So it's like, seems like a stylistic dream for Giagos here. I'm thinking like, at first I'm thinking, Giagos, you're taking this fight on 2 days notice. You haven't fought in a year. Like, what the hell? But then I'm thinking about it like, damn, this is a tailor-made matchup for Giagos. Not only does this guy have nowhere near the experience Giagos has, like, we're talking about a guy who's probably been in the UFC for like 5 or 6 years now. I know he was cut at one point, but he was brought back. So he's got the experience. Obviously, he's a very good wrestler. He averages almost 3 takedowns per fight in the UFC, probably averages even more than that outside the UFC. And outside the UFC is the kind of caliber Minus is. This guy shouldn't be in the UFC. So like, this is just like a regional layup for Giagos. This is the kind of guy Giagos was fighting after he got cut from the UFC. So I see him, taking down Minus, probably subbing him. If not, I'm cool with 3 rounds of takedowns and advances. So yeah, I like Giagos here. I don't know if you can bet him in the minus 300s just because of what I mentioned, the layoff and the 2-day notice. But if he wins, we're talking about like a grappler's DK dream here. Like, he's going to rack up a lot of points. So I'm invested in Giagos on DK. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. I just saw that our boy Daryl Horcher just got a big win, dude.
Okay.
So I mean, maybe he'll go back to the
Against
UFC.
Anybody good?
I don't know. I don't think so. I guess it was in CFFC, but maybe he'll be back in the UFC. Anyways, next fight, dude. This is probably one of the best fights tonight, man. We got Jimmy Flick versus Cody Durden, and yeah, man, this fight was supposed to happen 2 weeks ago. I had a bet on Cody Durden, and you guys better believe it, man. I still have a bet on Cody Durden, man. I got Cody Durden. I got 3 units. Let me just double check in my notes real quick. I got Cody Durden 3 units at plus 141. I like him here. I liked him 2 weeks ago. I think it's a great matchup for him. I think Jimmy Flick's a good fighter. No disrespect. He has a great ground game, and we have to worry about this in this fight. But I think that Durden has the wrestling credentials to keep it on the feet. I mean, you already know, man, the guy with him, you know the story with him. He has a great grappling game. He had a really good wrestling credentials in high school. Great record, dude. Something like 120 or 112 wins and like 20 losses, something like that, something crazy like that, really good. Jimmy Flick, though, is a legit black belt on the mat. I know if Cody gets taken down, he'll be in trouble, dude. I mean, Jimmy Flick 100% has the better ground game. I mean, you can't sit here and say Cody Durden has a better ground game, but I actually think that Cody has the better wrestling. I don't think he's going to choose to take him down, but I think he can keep it on the feet and on the mat, on the feet, dude. He's a better striker. He has a great right hand. He has good pressure. He has good cardio. Obviously, his cardio wasn't the best last fight. That was because he took that fight on short notice, But also, he's fighting at 125, and I think this is a good move for him. He was kind of a small 35er. So I see Durden, man, having a lot of advantage in this fight. I honestly think he wins the fight on the feet. He really does, man. And if he gets taken down, that's the only way I can see Flick winning the fight. If Flick gets him down. If not, Cody's going to beat him on the feet. And let's talk about Flick then. And he's been knocked out 4 times. He has a big chin issue, dude. And a guy like Cody, man, hits like a truck, dude. He has a good right hand. He hits hard. He has a good pressure game. And like I mentioned earlier, man, I think he has the grappling, the takedown defense, keep it on the feet. So I got Cody Durden, man. I think he's going to go out here and make a big statement and get the biggest win of his career. And I think get a KO, man. I think he's going to hand Flick that 5th loss by KO. That's a knock with Flick. Great grappling game, but if he can't take the opponent down, man, he's just not that good on the feet, bro. He's a liability on the feet, bro. That chin's not good. So I got Cody Durden by I'm gonna go to TKO.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I mean, we already broke it down 2 weeks ago. You talked about it. You have a bet. I don't. It's a close one for me to call, man. I can definitely see either guy winning here. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with Flick by sub just because I just feel like he's going to get it to the mat at some point, and I think his ground game is something special. So I think he's going to catch Durden. Durden will bounce back, though. He's a great fighter. But, I mean, yeah, the path's there. I mean, just try your best to, don't get too over-aggressive on the feet. Like, just keep your distance. Don't let Flick get you down. And Durden should win this fight on the feet. But, yeah, I mean, Flick is so experienced, and Flick has found a way to get it to the mat against, great fighters before. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one, man. I wish you the best of luck. I think for DraftKings, it's great, though, because, yeah, you look at Flick's losses. When he loses, he gets knocked out. So, I mean, Cody Durden sitting at 7,500 on DraftKings. That's a hell of a play. And if Flick wins, it's probably going to be some advances, a sub. So, yeah, I love this fight for DraftKings, especially since it's like lower on the card on a big card. Like, I feel like it's going to be overlooked. So, yeah.
Next fight, man, we got Pickett versus Nchukwu. Yeah, man, who got in this one?
Yeah, man. I mean, earlier in the week, I was pretty confident in Tafon. Like, I couldn't imagine playing the extremely wide line on him, though, just because he is, 4-0. Jamie Pickett does have 3 times the experience he does. But I've been getting a little more confident in Tafon as the week goes on. It's like when you actually dig in and watch the tape, dude he's a specimen for sure. Like, he isn't your average 4-0 guy. Like, it's all there, man. Like, he kind of reminds me of the a little bit bigger of a version of Impa Kasangana. He's another one of these extremely disciplined guys out of Africa, extremely well-rounded, natural, God-given power, great athleticism, good cardio, smart fighter, well-trained. Like, I like these guys, man. And not only that, he's making his 185-pound debut here, which earlier in the week I was kind of iffy on that. Like, damn, that might be another reason to not pay the huge chalk here, because that must be a hell of a cut. Dude's huge, but weigh-ins happened today, and I gotta say, he looked like a different human being. Like, he showed up in serious shape. He is going to be a serious force at 185 pounds. I think this guy is a very bright prospect. And with Jamie Pickett, I'll be honest, I've never really been impressed, and I think he only got signed because of the times we're in. Like, there was a time on Contender Series where maybe he wouldn't have gotten that contract just for beating that guy was a bum. He knocked out in the second round. Yeah, that guy wasn't any good. But yeah, I just think the prospect rolls here against a guy who arguably shouldn't be in the UFC. And I don't want to disrespect Pickett too much. Like, he does bring some good stuff to the table. Like, he's huge of his own. He's another big 185 pounder for sure. And another thing, he's never been knocked out too. That's the other thing I was thinking earlier in the week. I'm like, I kind of feel like Devon might be a knockout guy at this point. Jamie Pickett's never been knocked out, but like, I don't think Pickett's fought the kind of threat that this guy brings. I mean, Tafon Nchukwi is 4-0, and he already has the better win than Jamie Pickett. Tafon has already knocked out fucking William Knight, who's 1-0 in the UFC. William Knight's no slouch, and Tafon knocked him out at 2-0. Like, this guy is the real man. I could just go on about him forever. I'm big on him in DraftKings. He's the most expensive guy, but I got no problem paying up for it, man. First round knockouts coming up.
Our boy William Knight is going to dissect Alonzo Menfield. I'm telling you right now, he is going to kill him. But back on this matchup, yeah, it's a good fight, dude, because Pickett, he actually has good striking. Like, I like his boxing. I think he has a good striking game, good straight left. And you said it, bro. He has a great chin. He's tough, dude. I mean, he's been hurt. Soriano. I mean, the only thing with Pickett I don't like is that you can take him down pretty easily, for sure. That's how you beat him. But this is a striker versus striker matchup. But also, like, he lost twice on Contender Series. He lost against that bum, Charles Bird. And then he lost against Soriano, who's a good fighter. But, I mean, that's the only thing. I mean, it's a striker-striker matchup. You beat Pickett by taking him down. I don't think, Nchukwu was going to go out there and take him down. But I do think Nchukwu is the better striker. I think he hits hard. I think he's one of those guys you got to look out for, man. This guy could be, making some big waves in the division. I like everything about him. I like his pressure. He stalks guys. He has a great straight left, good body work, man. And you said it, bro. He went out there and knocked out Knight, bro, in his third professional fight. William Knight's a good fighter. Yeah, I got Nchukwu. I think he has good kicks too, bro. I think that he could 100%, bro, do something like, throw straight left and then just throw that head kick, bro, and knock him out. So I got Nchukwu, first round KO as well. Next fight, you go first. We got a banger here, man, in the women's flyweight division. We got Jillian Robertson, my boy Quint's favorite girl in the world, diehard MMA, aka the guy that beat me last week in fantasy. So good job to him, against Talia Santos. Kelton, who do you got?
Yeah, man, I don't think Clint's going to like my breakdown very much. So, cover your ears, Clint. But I got Tyler Santos here, man. I put 2 units on her at -107, and I also put 1 unit on Tyler Santos to win inside the distance at +325. And, man, I've been I've been actually looking to fade Robertson for a while. Last fight I took the 1 unit shot on Botello, and the thing was, actually, Botello did what I expected her to do. She kept it on the feet. She was obviously the more physical girl at first. She kept it on the feet. She outstruck Jillian Robertson, won that first round in all 3 judges' scorecards. It just happened that she could not keep up. She does have a suspect gas tank, but you know who doesn't have a suspect gas tank? My girl, Tyler Santos. Tyler Santos gets better as the fight goes on. Like, even go back to the fight that everyone wants to shit on, and that's the Mara Borella fight. Like, we hit the 3rd round in that fight, and Tyler Santos, in a fight that she's losing, she's not tired at all, man. That's the point where she wakes up and she starts putting it on Borella. She's whooping her ass on the feet. She takes her back. She almost chokes her out. It was just too little too late. The jitters got to her in rounds 1 and 2, but hey, at least she showed a little something in that round 3. And that, nobody brought up that round 3 when they were talking about the Molly McCann versus Tyler fight. Everybody and their mom was on Molly McCann in that fight, and it was because of the Borella fight. But like, guys, Tyler got her feet in the water. She got the UFC debut out of her way. She obviously has skills. We're talking about a very high level Muay Thai striker, in my opinion. A girl who beat Marina Rodriguez on the Brazilian Muay Thai scene. Like, talking about very good striking, man. I thought she showed those skills, and then she did it in the Molly fight. And not only the striking, dude, like MMA clinic, she wrestled Molly's ass off, like out grappled Molly for sure. And yeah, Molly's not the greatest grappler, but I thought she showed a lot of well-rounded skills in that fight. Not only that, I don't know what's going on in Brazil. I don't know if USADA is just deciding they can't really go to Brazil because of the times we're in, but she looked a little bit bigger in that Molly McCann fight. So I'm not saying she's on the juice, but could be a possibility. I mean, she clearly looked different in that Molly fight than she did in the Barella fight. So yeah, now we got Robertson, who, I mean, she's a very good grappler. She deserves that black belt. She's good on that mat, man. And I'm going to be worried every single second this fight is on the mat if it hits there. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't think the grappling is as good as some people think it is. Like, you look at who she's beat with her grappling, like, yeah, Hannah Cyphers, Emily Whitmire, Molly McCann, who Tyler Santos also out-grappled, Veronica Macedo, Sarah Frota, Courtney Casey, and then Botello was her last win in the fight where she lost the first round. I don't know, man. I think Tyler Santos has the much higher ceiling. She's a much more well-rounded fighter. Jillian Robertson is a little bit of a one-trick pony, so give me the more well-rounded fighter. Give me the more physical fighter, the fighter with more ways to win. Tyler Santos, let's go.
Yeah, man. Well, we're going to have to disagree on this one. I don't have a bet in this fight, but I do like Robertson to get the job done. I'll be playing her on DraftKings. I think Santos is obviously the better striker. You're going to say that in every fight. We break down Robertson unless she's fighting some bum. But, yeah, man, her striking's not good. I mean, we obviously know that. But the thing with Robertson that I like about her a lot is she knows her striking's not good. She doesn't try to strike. She goes out there and pushes the pace and tries to get you down immediately, bro. She's relentless. And, yeah, you mentioned all the girls she fought are on Santos' level. I think the Santos is, arguably better than all those girls you mentioned. But just like you talked about, the Barella fight, I saw Barella go out there and take her down that first round, control it for like 3 minutes. That was 2 fights ago. That was in 2019. I know you're saying, oh, well, she looked great last fight. She did. She looked good against people. Let's be honest, bro. Meatball's a striker. She has wrestling, but her grappling is not on the level as Robertson. And as much as you want to shit on Robertson for her striking, she's one of the best grapplers in the division. I think that her ground game, her grappling, her wrestling is good, bro. I really do. She's a legit black belt. She finds that submission. She has good ground and pound too. Look at those elbows she hit against Frota, bro. They were good. So I do think that Robertson gets her down. She can control her and get her out of there. But on the feet, it's a mismatch. I mean, let's be honest, bro. Santos is way better on the feet. Santos has good striking. She has good kicks. But Roberson's way better on the mat. I think they both have big advantage in this fight. I think that I mean, it's not easy money either way. If Santos hurts her immediately in that fight, we've seen her quit before, man. We've seen her quit against Barber, and I just think Barber, is a better fighter than Santos. But I do think Barber, it's hard to take down Barber, bro. That girl has good grappling. But I just think that Roberson's going to be able to take her down. And if you watch the fight, that Barella fight, man, that's enough for me, man, to see her get taken down by a bum. So I'll go Jillian Robertson. I think she's a way better grappler than Barella. And I think this is a hairy fight regardless. I mean, if you get plus money in this fight, I think it's a good way to go. But it's kind of hard to get. I don't think a lot of people got plus money to decide. So I'll go with Robertson with a submission where I think she gets her down and gets her out of there. But good luck to you. And, yeah. So next fight, we got Winn, Mini-Me versus Antonio Arroyo. I'll let you go first as well. Who you got in this one?
Yeah, man. So this is my my other half of plays here. So I did the same thing I did with the Tyler Santos fight. I bet on Arroyo straight, and then I put another 1 unit on inside the distance. So I got 3 units minus 160, 1 unit on plus 150 for the inside. Love Antonio Arroyo in the spot, man, and weigh-ins today. Just seeing the two guys stand face to face to each other. I mean, that only made me that much more confident. I mean, you can't be a midget in the 185-pound division, and I actually think that's been proven at this point, man. I mean, Winn even said it himself. If I can't beat a guy like GM3, maybe this isn't for me. And man, not only might that be true, the fact that he's even saying shit like that, like, I don't like that, bro. And like, not only that, I think the whole 195-pound thing, the fact that this fight is at that weight, I think that actually favors Arroyo as well. Like, he's the more natural middleweight. Arroyo, I mean, we're talking about a guy in Arroyo. He's the opposite. He's 6'3". He's bricked up. He's one of the biggest middleweights in the division. You know how nice it's going to be for him to not have to cut that extra 10 pounds? Whereas Winn, on the other hand, is a guy who, I mean, I already said it. He's a midget. He should probably be fighting at 170. So I don't know how much the extra weight will help him. Like, the dude's already fighting with extra weight to begin with. I mean, just look at him. Like, the dude clearly has extra weight he could cut, but hey, he fights at 85. This time he's fighting at 95. He's fighting a guy with a huge height advantage, huge reach advantage, huge striking advantage. Like, it is not going to be easy for Winn to set up takedowns here in this spot. Arroyo's going to keep distance. He's going to axe him up with that kick, dude. He's going to get that body. I guarantee Winn will be the first man to slow down in this fight, based on the body work, based on the takedown attempts. May they be successful or failed. I think it's going to take a lot of energy out of Winn either way. I mean, shit, dude, it's going to take a lot of energy to wrestle a guy like Arroyo. Like, I feel confident in this fight, and the fact that even if Winn is able to, wrestle him successfully early, it's like, can he keep up with that? Like, Arroyo was giving problems to Muniz when Andre Muniz was taking him down. Like, what kind of problems do you think Arroyo is going to give you when you take him down? And not only that, you look at Arroyo's career, man, and he has a lot of wins by sub, and a lot of those were from other guys initiating the grappling with him, and he's like, all right, you want to take me down? I'll show you what the fuck I got. And I like this Arroyo dude, man. Like, I know I know he had, like, he almost pulled a stunt in that Regman fight, the Muniz fight. Like, yeah, he could have done better there, but I mean, this is still a guy early in his UFC career. He's got his UFC debut out of the way. I see Antonio Arroyo making improvements fight to fight here. And whereas Winn, I mean, shit, dude. I mean, his fight of the night with Eric Spicely might be his 5 minutes of fame. Like, that might be like his only UFC win he ever gets. Like, it's been going down from there. So give me Antonio Arroyo all day. He's one of my most confident picks on the card, man. And I'm going to say he gets it done by TKO in the second round.
Speaking of Muniz, he's fighting Andrew Sanchez. What a good fight. And I saw the line. Muniz is like plus 250. What, bro? That should be a pick 'em, bro. I mean, I know Sanchez is better on the feet, but I mean, dude, Muniz could 100% take him down, bro. I think Muniz is actually going to win that fight pre-tape. But anyways, back on this matchup. Are you 100% sure that he said that? Because I thought that Winn said that about Arroyo. I thought he said, if I can't beat Arroyo, this is not for me.
No,
I didn't know he said about GM3.
Yeah, he said that about the GM3 fight.
Yeah, well, let's be honest, bro. He was looking really good in that fight, but he gassed, man. And he broke, dude. I mean, GM3 hurt him in that body, man. The thing with this matchup is really ironic. If you watch tape on him, he's weak to the body. And, dude, Arroyo's best game, bro, is his kicks, bro. So, I mean, if he lands one of those kicks to the body, which I'm sure he will, it could be good night, Irene, bro. This is a pure striker versus grappler matchup. Winn fought tough against Stewart. I thought he won that fight personally, but then the GM3 fight, dude, I mean, he just gassed bad and going out there getting hurt on the feet against GM3, bro. It's not a good look, man. His cardio is not that good, let's be honest, bro. Arroyo's cardio is not good either. Both these guys have, suspect cardio, but I just think that Arroyo has such a big advantage here on the feet. I think he has really good kicks. I think he has a good right hand. He's so much bigger, like you said. He can get taken down. Winn could take him down, but I just think that he can't do that for 3 rounds. Winn could go out there and take him down the first round, but I think sometime in the fight, he's going to get rocked, and Arroyo's going to get him out of there, bro. Just dig with that body, bro, with those kicks. So I got Arroyo by a finish here. I think he's gonna score a lot of points for DraftKings and get a big win, man. And speaking of win, Winn's probably going to get cut, bro. So next fight, dude. This is actually a really tough fight to call. Like, I've had a really tough fight. And this is a good matchup, bro. We got Kianzad versus Sarge Eubanks. And, dude, this is tough because Eubanks has actually looked pretty good her last couple of fights. Like, she looked good against Avila. She didn't gas. It's kind of funny. Her fighting her last fight, that won the 3rd round, bro, against Vera. Like, wow, bro. Like, Eubanks' cardio used to be trash, but her cardio's look good the last 2 fights. Like, you're going out there and winning the 3rd round against Vera. Like, whoa. Like, let's be honest, bro. I don't know what the hell happened to Vera, bro. Like, Aldana changed that girl's life, bro. She's just a girl. Anyways, back in this matchup. I hate Aldana, by the way. Going out there and losing the home. She lost oh my God. I'm never talking about her again. Anyways, back on the matchup. Kianzad's a better striker here, bro. She really is. She's way more tactical than Sarge. Good right hand. I like her jab. I think that she has good movement, good chin, but I can't pick her here, man. Even though this is a close fight, because I've seen her get taken down pretty easily, bro. I mean, Betch got her down. Macy Chasson easily, but on Contenders or on Ultimate Fighter. And that's how Eubanks wins this fight. If Eubanks goes out there and fights smart and takes her down, it's all Eubanks, bro, because she could 100%, bro, win this fight on the mat. Legit black belt, good grappling, good girl, I feel like, too. Her striking's not bad either, bro. I mean, I do think that she has a good right hand. She has a good pace, and I've been impressed with her last 2 fights. She has not gassed, bro. And she could take down Piani, man, and really put her in some trouble, bro. I'm not betting this fight because I do think Piani's a better striker, but I has a bigger advantage on the mat than Kianzad has on the feet. So I'm going to go with Sarge Eubanks. I think she's going to go out there. And I actually think she could submit her, bro. So I'll go with Sarge with the submission, man, over Piani Kianzad. And I like both girls, but I got to go with Sarge. I've been impressed with her, man, the last couple of fights. Going out there and beating Avila was tough. And I don't think Avila was a fraud. I really don't. I just think that Sarge was the better fighter. So, and the thing is, she lost to Vera because the grappling, bro. Because Vera took her down a couple times. That's why she won that fight. Eubanks actually outstruck her on the feet. She threw more, and she won that third round. So it's not like Pandy's going to go out there and take down Sarge. Vera she's a good grappler. She's the bigger girl. So I got Sarge.
Yeah, this is a weird fight, kind of a tough one to call. Interesting stylistic matchup for sure, though. I'd say from a betting perspective, I guess it'd probably be Panty or pass at this line. Like, it's a close enough fight where it should be dog or pass. I can see either girl winning. I mean, Panty's probably got a big striking advantage. I think her boxing has looked a lot better in recent fights. I mean, I was going to mention the cardio, but yeah, you're right. Sarge's cardio has definitely been it's been a little better lately. That's for sure. But like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, if she's not able to take down Panty in this fight, I just still, even if she doesn't gas, I don't see her outstriking Panty here. I think Panty would outstrike her. That being said, you kind of look back at Panty's career, like you mentioned, she got taken down by Betch. Even go back to her Invicta days, she was getting dominated on the mat by not good fighters. That's always kind of been her weakness. So I get why Sarge is the favorite, and I'll pick her. I'll go with Sarge. I'll say she gets a decision here. I'll say 29-28, but I'm not confident at all.
Even Avila, and Avila's not known for grappling. I mean, yeah, she has a brown belt, but she's a striker, bro. So I think Sarge has a big advantage on the mat. Next fight, we got we have the main event of the prelims. We got Anthony Pettis versus Alex Morono. That's a good matchup, bro. Who you got in this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Anthony Pettis. Like, I mean, I'm not breaking any news here. Every podcast will say it. This is an astronomical step down for him, and this is a huge step up for Morono. The only problem is Pettis obviously is declining. This is probably going to be his last UFC fight. Where's his motivation at? On the other hand, Morono is, he's still in his prime. He's coming off a win. He knows, like, Morono's got everything to gain in this fight, and Pettis has really everything to lose. I mean, not really, I guess. I mean, Pettis is going to Bellator, win or lose, let's be honest. But, I mean, yeah, well, depending on how Pettis gets paid, I know he gets a big paycheck. So, yeah, I guess he definitely wants that double paycheck. But anyway, I mean, I do feel like Morono is probably the hungrier fighter at this point. And, man, like, every time I break down a Pettis fight, I just think back to, the guy definitely doesn't deal well with pressure. And that's obviously the way to beat him. But sometimes guys don't really fight like that. And most of the time, Alex Morono doesn't really fight like that. He's a banger. He comes to brawl, but that's not a good idea versus Pettis. So I don't know, man. It kind of comes down to how Alex Morono fights. Like, if Alex Morono fights like Morono and he comes out here and he's swinging leather and he's trying to knock Pettis out, I probably think that'll backfire on him. And the better striker in Pettis will probably clean his clock, put him away, get one last highlight before heading off the Bellator. Maybe he rocks him and snatches a sub, but I feel like if Morono comes out here and, like, really takes it to Pettis, like, I don't know, man. Like, I know the guy's no D1 wrestler or anything, but he is I want to say he's at least a brown belt in BJJ, if not a black belt.
He's a black belt.
Yeah, he's a black belt in BJJ. He's gotten takedowns before. He landed 3 in his last fight. Like, I feel like if Morono comes out here and fights smart, he's got an honest chance. That's enough, and especially with Pettis declining, like, it might be at a point where it's going to get worse every single time. So Yeah, I mean, I got Pettis, but you can't really lay the -200s on Anthony Pettis in 2020. So, yep, it's going to be a pass fight, but I'll say Anthony Pettis, I'll say he shuts Morono out and wins the 30-27.
I feel like a lot of people are surprised here who I got because if you guys listen to my podcast, I'm really tough on Pettis, bro. I always pick against him, man. I mean, I think he's washed. I think he's at the end of his career. I mean, let's be honest, bro. I picked against him a lot lately, but I actually like him here, bro. I think he can win. I mean, Morono, man, two things about him I don't like: his cardio and his chin. I mean, his cardio's not good, and he's chinny, 100%. I think on the feet, it's close, but I mean, let's be honest, bro. Pettis still has decent striking. He has good kicks. He has a good right hand. He beats Cerrone. I mean, there's a close fight, but I mean, the better guy got the job done. And also, yeah, Morono has the wrestling advantage, but let's be honest, he can still get tapped out here. Pettis still has good jiu-jitsu, bro. So I'll go with Pettis with the job done. I think he finishes him, man. I actually think he's going to go out there and make a statement and get a big finish, man. And I think that he needs this win. If he doesn't win, bro, he's done. I mean, it's his last fight in his contract, so I got Pettis. I think he's gonna get a big finisher. I'm not a big fan of Morono. I don't think he's that good. I think he's like at the bottom of the division. I really do. So it's gonna take someone better than him to beat a guy like Pettis. So next fight, we got Marcin Tybura versus Greg Hardy. This is going to be a close break or a short breakdown for me. This is a good fight. Obviously this is striker versus grappler matchup. Tybura is just he has bad cardio. He swells in every fight. His chin's terrible. He's been knocked out like 4 times. I think Hardy can touch him immediately in the fight with that jab and get him out of there. I think if Hardy hurts him and smells blood, it's over. Hardy's just so much faster. He's so much more tactical. He's so much more athletic. Like he's so much more advantage on the feet. But this is the biggest test he's ever fought, grappling wise. I mean, Tybura has good grappling. He smothers guys on top. But I just think that chin's a big liability, and I'm really high on Greg Hardy. Okay, I know that a lot of people don't like the guy, but I'm impressed, bro. Like he has a lot of good attributes, bro. So I'm gonna go with Greg Hardy. I think he hurts Tybura immediately with that jab, and I think he's gonna get him out of there straight right. Give me Greg Hardy for Sean KO.
Yeah, this is another one of these fights on this card, man. That's really tough to call. I mean, you mentioned it. This is the biggest grappling test of Greg Hardy's career. Like they give him the Alexander Volkov test, which obviously that was the biggest striking test of his career. Gets I won't say blown out of the water, but clearly picked apart 30-27. And then this is his big grappling test, man. And I kind of feel like if Marcin Tybura is able to eat some good shots from Greg Hardy, close the distance, body lock, get this guy down. I feel like if Marcin Tybura gets to a point where he gets on top of Greg Hardy in this fight, like, man, like I don't know how good it's gonna look. I mean, Tybura is a guy who almost 30 pro fights compared to Greg Hardy's less than 10 pro fights. Tybura has been grinding the grappling game for a long ass time. I mean, that's what he was really known for when he came into the UFC, but he's kind of been more of a striker. But sometimes he shows off those grappling chops, like against Grishin. Like, obviously, it was the smartest game plan to come in grapple heavy, and that's exactly what he did. I mean, he basically hung on to the guy, and Grishin had no answer. And I don't know, man. If he clings on to Greg Hardy, I'm not sure how many answers Greg Hardy will have. But the problem is, I mean, you said it. There's some athleticism advantages. Tybura has been knocked out a few times here. Greg Hardy by KO is definitely a realistic outcome, but I'm going to go with the experience, man. This might surprise some people, but I'm going to go with Tybura to win this fight. I'm going to say he wins a close 29-28 decision, but yeah, there's not enough meat on the bone. I can't bet that. I think it's plus 100. If it was plus 150, yeah, we'd be talking, but nah, I'm going to pass. So I got Tybura, and for DraftKings, man, I mean, hey, 7,700. If he wins, it's probably going to be takedowns and advances. So I don't hate Marcin for DK. I don't hate Hardy either.
So next fight, man, we got a banger, man. We got Rob Font, just Magic, Marlon Moraes. Who you got in this one?
Fuck, man, this is another one that's great for DraftKings. Like, firstly, I'm going to come out and say it. My pick is Marlon Moraes. I'm going to go with him to win this fight, and I think he does it in classic Marlon Moraes fashion, and that's by knockout. But you look at these DraftKings salaries, Rob Font 7,200. I mean, 7,200 usually implies like a plus 200 underdog. Rob Font should not be a plus 200 underdog. So, although I think the betting line is right, I think DK's got it all messed up. So, I got a lot of Font in DraftKings. I got a lot of Marlon too, because if he wins, it'll probably be in a Marlon way. But I mean, let's talk about the fight, man. I mean, it's definitely interesting because we know how Marlon is in that first round, bro. I mean, he's a destroyer of worlds, and I mean, he's got a lot of tools on the feet. Amazing striker, one of the hardest hitters in the division. And then Rob Font, I mean, yeah, he's one of the best pure boxers in the UFC, but go back and look at Rob Font's career, and you can see that he pretty much loses every big step up he takes. Like, took a big step up in the day with Lineker, lost the decision. Took a big step up with Pedro Munoz, got finished. Took a big step up with Rafael Assunção, lost the decision. I mean, this is a trend, man, and I think this could be a little bit of recency bias here. Although we haven't seen Rob Font in a while, actually, the Ricky Simone fight. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Marlon Moraes by knockout.
Yeah, man, this is an interesting fight. I'm actually kind of surprised with the pick. I mean, Font's never been knocked out. The guy has a really good chin. But yeah, man, he has lost whenever he's got to step up. This is a close fight though because Magic's on the way out, bro. He's washed. You can tell, man. He just, he's declining, bro. And I know he's fought good competition lately, but he gasses. He has no cardio. I'll say that right now. He's just not the same guy as two devastating losses. He's just not, dude. He's been declining, bro. Even in the Aldo fight, that was a very close fight. I haven't seen Font in a while. Long way off. He had a surgery, but I mean, he has great boxing. He really does, and I think that he's a slow starter, which kind of hurts him here in that first round. Because I think Magic will win the first round, but I think that if he doesn't get him out of there, Font's just going to take over. I mean, Font has underrated grappling too. I don't think either guy's going to be able to take the guy down, but I think Font actually could, outstrike Magic those last two rounds, maybe even hurt Magic. Magic's chinny, bro, like 4 times, dude. So I definitely think that Font could win this fight if he survives in the first round. And this is a big fight if you want to do like bet on it like live, like a big live bet. But I got Rob Font, bro. I think he's gonna win. So I got him either winning the last rounds or potentially getting him out of there. Font. No bet for me though. But yeah, shout out to I think that Vicky Jiu-Jitsu might have a play on Rob Font. So Vicky, aka Ricky, if you're watching this, eat shit. So next fight, we got Chaos Williams versus Pereira. This is my second play of the night. I have 2 units on Chaos Williams, or I'm sorry, 3 units on Chaos Williams at plus 112. It's good. I think it's a good fight. I think it's a good matchup. Let's be honest, bro. Okay, this guy hits like a truck. He might be the real deal. I mean, he just has that raw power, bro. You're going out there and hurting Razak Al-Hassan with a jab, and I mean, he was out, dude, for like a while. That was enough for me, bro. I think this guy is athletic. I think he hits really hard. I think that we've seen Pereira get knocked out before, and the thing is, Chaos actually has more advantages in this fight. I think that he has the wrestling advantage. I think he has good wrestling. He was a wrestler before even UFC, so I think he can go out there and take a guy like Pereira down. Even though we know Pereira's a black belt, but still, I mean, we've seen him get taken down on the regional scene. And yeah, even on UFC, we're talking about his UFC fights. He hasn't fought anyone, bro, that has grappling, bro. I mean, Chaos is going to be the biggest test grappling wise. And you watch that Connolly fight, bro. Come on, dude. I mean, you're going out there and getting dominated against a lightweight like that. I know weight, and I know his cardio looks better against Diego Sanchez and the Zalims of the world, but those are and I still think this guy has a questionable gas tank. He puts too much, dude, like in all that movement and stuff. And I think one straight right could really hurt him, bro. And I mean, he fights with his hands down. Let's be honest, bro. I mean, he's like a Johnny Walker. Like he has potential. He's huge for the division. He has good movement. He has good kicks, explosive. Pereira's not a jobber by any means, but I just think this is a bad matchup for him. I think that Chaos can take him down. I think Chaos can hurt him. I think Chaos hits harder than him. I think Chaos is faster than him. I think Chaos actually has a reach advantage as well. And yeah, man, he's on an 8-fight winning streak. I like Chaos. I think he's gonna go out there and hurt him, bro. He's gonna pressure him like he always does, and he's gonna get Pereira out of there. I got Chaos Williams I will go with a first round KO. And this guy is for real, guys.
Man, it hurts my head to think about this fight every single time. Like, I don't have a good read on it. I'll be the first to admit it. I don't have any money on it. Justin does, so take his word, more than mine. But I guess I'm just going to slightly lean Michelle Pahea here just because, Chaos Williams has less than a minute of octagon experience. I know he came out there, did exactly what he wanted to do and knock his opponents out in less than, 30 seconds each. But I don't know, man. I think the almost hour of octagon time that Pahea has racked up, I think that's going to pay dividends in this fight if Chaos is not able to knock him out early. Pahea has some advantages, man. He's definitely the better athlete. I think his movement could, kind of baffle Chaos here if he's not ready for it. Pahea brings a wild game to the table for sure, and wild is just a perfect name for him, man. This fight is just a wild card. I'm glad you at least got plus money on Chaos because it's pretty clear plus money on this fight is the way to go. Yeah, I think I'll say Chaos tags him early. Pahea survives, and then Pahea is just a fresher guy late. That experience will pull through. He'll win rounds 2 and 3 on activity. So I'm not confident, but I'll go with Pereira.
Next fight, man. We got Marlon Chito Vera versus Jose Aldo, and who got in this one?
Man, I gotta go with Jose Aldo. It's it's near impossible for me to actually favor Chito here in this fight, just because Aldo's a better fighter, let's be honest. And when Aldo is still fresh, he's still really fucking good, man. Like he's still young. Like, we're not talking about a guy in his late 30s. Jose Aldo is still a young guy. I know he's taken a lot of damage, and maybe that added up. Maybe Chito lands one of those signature head kicks, puts him down. Could totally happen. I think if it does happen, it'd probably be late, because that's where Jose gets into problems, is later in fights. Lucky for him, though, this is not a 5-round fight like last time. He's not fighting Peter Yan. This is a 3-round fight versus Chito Vera, and yeah, Chito's made huge improvements, and he's a legit fighter. He's super dangerous. He's well-rounded. It's just, I don't see him beating Jose Aldo unless it's a knockout, or if Jose really slows down and Marlon just wins on volume in rounds 2 or 3. But I don't know, man. I don't know if Jose is going to slow down in round 2. I feel like this is just going to be a closely contested chess match to where it might be too little too late for Marlon. I'm going to say Jose comes out here, wins the first 2 rounds, looks like vintage Jose Aldo for 10 minutes. Then that 3rd round starts. He's a little slow. Chito's going to come in heavy for the kill. Maybe he gets it. Maybe he doesn't. I'll say he doesn't. I'll say he wins the 3rd round, but it won't be enough. So Aldo 29-28, but again, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm not confident at all.
What's up, Curry Ninja? What's up, Robot Chicken Wings, Jack Attack, Spawn on Picks? What's up, guys? Evo. But if you guys are big fans of Aldo, Prediction Guru, probably the biggest Aldo fan out there, I would just stop watching this breakdown right now, man, because I will be shitting on him, bro. I shit on Aldo every fight. This guy is washed up. He's at the end of his career. Yeah, he looked decent against Yan early, but come on, dude. You guys know what to deal with him. He slows down. Yeah, it's a 3-round fight, but this guy's been knocked out 4 times, bro, out of his last, 5 or 6 losses. He's lost 5 out of his last 7. Yeah, it's been some good competition, but still, you can just tell when you watch the tape on him, bro. He's declining. He's washed to the end of his career. I think I think a guy like Marlon, I do agree that Aldo, I feel like he kind of is the better fighter here, but you can't pick him, bro, because I think a guy like Chito can go out there and just pressure him and tag him, bro, and he could be end of story. Both these guys aren't going to take the other guy down. It's going to be a striking match, but his chin is just not good. His cardio is not good. I think, a guy like Chito, he's young and hungry. He's improving every fight. He has a good straight right. He has a good jab. He has good kicks. I think that he can outstrike him for 3 rounds. I think he can go out there and hurt him on the feet and get him out of there. So I got Chito. I'm not betting him, though, just because I do think, even though as much as I want to crap on Aldo, I think that, Aldo could win this fight. But I'm going to go with Chito. Next fight, there's a reason why I'm not playing him. So next fight, we got the main event. We have, the best fight on the card. We got my boy, Jeff Neal, versus Stephen Wonder Girl Thompson. And I have 4 units on this play. I got 4 units on Jeff Neal at minus 115. I think this is a great spot for him. We both have said it multiple times in the past, dude. This is my dark horse to win the dethrone Usman, bro. This guy's gonna be a future champ. This guy's the real deal, bro. I actually think that this is a bad matchup, bro, for Wonder Boy. A lot of people are comparing Neal to Luque. I mean, let's be honest. I love Luque. Neal knocks him out, bro, in the first round. Neal's just a way different fighter than Luque. And I think Neal can just go out there, bro, and just not give any respect to Wonder Boy and pressure him and get him out. I mean, Luque won that first round, in my opinion. Luque threw some bombs in that fight, bro. That Wonder Boy ate, which I'm surprised. If Neal lands any of those bombs, it's over, bro. Neal is a KO artist. He's just so fast, dude. That's the thing. I love his striking. It's a 5-round fight. He has 5 rounds to knock out Wonder Boy. I mean, Wonder Boy's taking so much damage, man. And I will agree that he's a good striker. And, he has that good movement. And he has good boxing. He has good kicks, but he fights with his hands down. And he gets backed up a lot. Luque backed him up a bunch, bro. Neal backs him up one time against the cage and unloads in that straight right. It's over, bro. 100%. Neal has good head kicks, too. So I just think that the speed advantage is big here. I think that's Neal's game anyways. He's going to pressure. You have to pressure a guy like Wonder Boy. You can't let him use his distance. But that's Neal's game. He gets in your face and he pushes the pace and he pressures. So 5 rounds to knock out a guy like Wonder Boy. I mean, Anthony Pettis knocked him out, bro. It's not a good look, dude. It really isn't. There's just a lot of advantage around the feet, man. And the grappling wise, this doesn't really matter in this fight. They're both going to strike. I got the guy that hits harder. I got the faster guy. I got Jeff Neal. I got first round KO. I actually think he's going to do it early, bro. I think it's going to be within a minute, man. I think he's going to unload, man, one of those straight rights or like straight left, a head kick, dude, and get him out of there. Jeff Neal, first round KO. I see a lot of people saying that Wonder Boy's going to smoke him here. I don't see it, dude. I don't. And everyone likes to bring up that Kevin Holland fight, bro. That was a long time ago, guys. A long time ago. So I got Jeff Neal. Let's fucking go.
Not only is it a long time ago, Kevin Holland's a fucking beast. Big whoop. Yeah, man. I'm not as confident as you, but I'm going to go with Jeff Neal too, man. I just feel like this has all the recipes for a Jeff Neal win. Wonder Boy is a aging fighter whose chin is clearly deteriorating. We're talking about a guy in Wonder Boy who, yeah, you call it a fluke, whatever you want, but he got knocked out by another aging fighter in Anthony Pettis, and that wasn't all that long ago, man. You even go back to the Tyron Woodley fight. Wonder Boy's gotten his chin tagged a few times, and with Jeff Neal, we're talking about not only one of the hardest hitters, but one of the most talented strikers in the division. Let's be honest. This might be a fight between the 2 best strikers in the division. You could say that for sure, man. And I think it's fair to say that Wonder Boy is the more technical guy. His style is just so effective. The way he's able to manipulate range and all the tools he has. Wonder Boy's no slouch, and he's definitely come out here and shit on people's parades before. I know you remember that complete ass whooping he put on Jorge Masvidal. That was great. Even the Luque fight. But you mentioned it, man. Jeff Neal is not Luque. Jeff Neal is not Jorge Masvidal. Jeff Neal is he's like a new breed of fighter, bro. He's got it all, man. I'm gonna say he knocks out Wonder Boy here. It's hard for me to be confident, especially in a 5-round fight where Wonder Boy has that 25-minute experience in the octagon multiple times. Wonder Boy's got to be up there for most fight time in the UFC at this point. The man's been to a lot of 25-minute decisions. I feel like, you look at the Rory fight was 25 minutes, both Tyron fights. Wonder Boy's probably got a few hours of fucking octagon time at this point. And yeah, he's got some advantages on his own, and he needs to be respected. I'd be careful going too big on Jeff Neal or paying too much juice. Minus 120. It's not good enough for me. I kind of wanted plus money, but yeah, I'll roll with Jeff Neal on DraftKings for sure. I mean, if he wins, he's knocking Wonder Boy out probably early. So, yeah, good luck, bro. Let's see what happens.
I've seen people talk about the cardio and stuff. I mean, he looked, good in the cardio wise against Bilal and those. And also, we've seen Wonder Boy slow down a lot, man. I mean, all that movement that he does, dude, he's gonna slow down, dude. And like I mentioned, dude, that's one of my reasons in this fight. You got 5 rounds to knock out Wonder Boy. 5 rounds to hurt that chin. I'm telling you, man. If he lands on that chin like Luque did, it's over, dude. This guy has power. He is one of the heaviest hitters, if not the heaviest hitter in the division, man. So if he hurts him, if he lands one of those straight rights, one of those straight lefts, a head kick, it's over. Like Luque landed some good shots. Neal hits 10 times harder than Luque. I'm telling you right now. So there you guys go. There's the show. Let's do a little recap. So my bets are on Jeff Neal, Cody Durden, and Chaos. You want to say your bets real quick?
Yeah, bro. 3 units on Arroyo minus 160. 1 unit on Arroyo inside the distance plus 150. 2 units on Tyler Santos minus 107. And 1 unit on Tyler Santos plus 325 inside the distance.
Yes, sir. We're without UFC, man. After this card, we don't have UFC for a month. So it's definitely going to suck. But, we got a big weekend this weekend for football as well. We have fantasy football playoffs. I'm playing Kelton right now in a 2-week matchup. He beat me last week, and right now I'm ahead of him by 8 points because of Justin Herbert, my boy, rookie of the year. I see people out there like notorious picks saying that freaking that Ham and Ager over there, freaking Joe Burrows is better than Justin Herbert. Like, I'll be honest, I like Burrow. I think he's talented. I think that he could definitely do good in the NFL. But don't ever stupid shit like that, dude. Justin Herbert is a way better quarterback than him. So if you want to bet $200 that Herbert has a better career, we'll do it right now. So, but you're not gonna do it, man, because you're afraid. But anyways, I mean, I like notorious picks. We talk a lot of shit to each other, but yeah, man, that's one of the worst takes I've ever heard in my life. Saying that Joe Burrow is better than Justin Herbert. You might as well just keep. But anything else you want to say before we go?
I mean, with all the free time without the UFC cards, I'm definitely down to do an NFL podcast weekly, while we got the break.
I'm down. We'll do it. We'll do a fantasy football podcast every week because we don't have any UFC for the next month. I'm 100% down for that.
Let's do it.
So, all right, guys, we are out. Please like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments below who you guys have. I'm sure everyone wants me to do thumbnails and all that stuff, timestamps. I will do them. So, So later, guys. Peace out and enjoy the rest of your Friday night.